No place for the kids to be, I'll tell you that. They're trying to say that Cassie was not a victim but an accomplice. Can you be both?
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
You know, Armand Wiggins is out there doing coverage. And Jag was out there too. But it is I don't know. I think that as much as we want cameras inside the courtroom, I don't think it's appropriate for TV. I think we have to live without this one. Hey, Ely.
Yeah.
You know, when we come back, then we'll make an appointment for Monica and them to come. Because remember I said after my nephew and them left?
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Wow. You think her testimony is going to be strong?
Absolutely.
What was going on? You can't hear about. I don't know. It was a lot of baby oil conversation today. And lots of conversation. There was a girl on YouTube who was some kind of way getting the transcript. And to just, it's just so bad. It's a lot, right? Around 55, 50. It's a lot, honey. Get Ely breaking down your boxes. Say thank you.
Thank you, Ely.
She's very active. Put this left one. You want in the water? Is that what you tried to get? Yeah, it's bad. She surrendered a laptop that has evidence on how you were blackmailing her. Mm-hmm.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's about that tahini and lemon juice thing.
Lemon juice.
Are you going upstairs? Are you going upstairs? Take these books from me. Just put on the pool table. I'll put it somewhere. Thank you, Danelle. No, I have not met Aubrey all day. I don't know. I don't think so. I know. See, I'm not really saying nothing about it because people be recording me and trying to make a show out of what I say. All I'm saying is it's a mess. Oh, baby. Right, what's up with all the and shit? Oh. What? Yeah, they're the ones. Night Mag, they're the ones. You picking up everything. I ain't saying nothing. As far as that Smokey case, I ain't even trying to hear it. I'm not even acknowledging it. Just to be shady. What up, Melvin? Thank you. Yes. Thank you. And I'm on my way to New York tomorrow to do it again at the Apollo.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Web City News Desk. Hope you're having an amazing day wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for taking time to watch our content. We really appreciate your support. Now, you all know that the news that has been hitting headlines for the last couple of hours is the whole, Diddy trial. Apparently, Diddy trial kicked off on Monday, and we have seen, a number of witnesses taking the stand. But one thing that shocked everyone is, Cassie's, remark when, she took the stand. And, Cassie testified in Cindy the Combe trial, and she said that, control was everything, while, she was describing the freak-offs. And Diddy is accused of sexual assault, trafficking, and exploitation over women over multiple decades before he was arrested last year in September. And Combs faces several charges, including racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation for purpose of prostitution. And on the first day of trial, juries had testimonies from a hotel security manager about the 2016 beating of singer Cassie Ventura, as well as the testimony from a man who said he was paid to have sex with her while Combe watched. And Cassie was called out to take the stand, on Tuesday morning, and her testimony is expected to last the entire week. And court has wrapped up Tuesday. Cassie is due back on the stand which was today morning. And during her testimony on Tuesday, Cassie testified Combs controlled every aspect of her life. She told the jury she often did things out of fears since physical abuse was frequent. And in addition to physical violence against her, Cassie detailed guns she saw in his home and said she was once forced to carry one for him. And she testified that she assumed it was a scare tactic that Diddy was just using against. And during the opening statement on Monday, the defense noted Cassie and Combs haven't seen each other in more than 6 years. And the judge changed Tuesday. Combs looked at her when she walked in and began to testify. And if you haven't watched the clip, make sure you go and check it out, because various media have been showing the whole trial and everything that happened yesterday. And CBC News, that's the New York Alliance Gainer, have been at the court all day covering the trial. And these are just some things that they highlighted from what they saw on Tuesday. And Cassie, what she said on drug use during the freak-off, she asked about how many drugs were taken during the freak-off. Earlier, she testified that Combs provided ecstasy and cocaine to help keep her awake. And Cassie testifies she wanted to stay high so she wouldn't be present during the freak-offs. And the court then goes off, on a brief break. And when they returned, during her testimony, Cassie revealed her nickname from Combe was Pop Pop. She explained when choosing nicknames for one another, she didn't have one in mind for Combs, who was 17 years older than she was at the time. And Combs asked her what she called her grandfather, and she said Pop Pop. She testified she thought it was a weird nickname, but that's what she called him. And Cassie is talking about answering ads on Craigslist, using other websites to hire dancers to participate in freak-off. She's also speaking about the logistics of paying them, and she just had so much. Court artist Jane Rosenberg released more sketches from court depicting Cassie's Ventura being sworn in and carrying out on the stand. And some of the photos, you have seen them trending online. And Cassie described certain locations where the freak-offs were held, aliases used, and supplies involved, including baby oils. And she describes a baby pool filled with oil and says that it would need to be applied every 5 minutes. Cassie says the hotel they used to would charge for damages to the room, saying in one instance it was necessary for one hotel to decorate the room. She describes certain graphic sex acts involving combs that took place during the freak-off. And Cassie explained she participated in freak-off because she didn't want to disappoint Combs. Crying on the witness stand, she said that even though she felt horrible about it, she felt she didn't have anything else going for her. And Cassie says Combs was dismissive of her, and when she expressed herself, he didn't really care. She says Combs called her predictable because she didn't want to participate, in the frisk off. And testifying about weekly frisk off that lasted for 4 days, Cassie says she didn't get any sleep during them and stayed awake by taking drugs like ecstasy and cocaine, which she says comp provided her with. So these are just some of the things that were brought up during the trial, and these are things that we didn't know, but apparently they have just come out of light. So go ahead and tell us your opinion down below in the comment section, and don't forget to like and share this video.